Hey, it's Janet here. In this video, I'm going to show you the right way I discovered hiring a strategic SEO. This is good for agencies or if you're looking to hire in-house within your organization, making sure you do not overlook one of the most important SEO skills. There are two, both the soft and the hard skills, mostly soft skills because are really important because the hard skills can easily be taught. Now, the reason you want to pay attention to this is because hiring someone to own and run your small business SEO strategy needs to be done right. There are so many things that can be missed, overlooked, and you do run the risk of your SEO program not being run the right way. I've interviewed dozens of SEOs over the years, and some with very few years experience, some with zero experience, and some with 10 plus years experience. So let's get right into it. There was a question that was posed to me, and it goes like this. Let's see. We're looking to hire an SEO strategist, someone with SEO experience, 1 to 2 years, someone who is technically proficient, but who can develop a strategy for our small businesses with limited guidance. The problem is assessing communication and technical skills. So, when you're hiring a strategic SEO, why is it so difficult? Because hiring a strategist would naturally require somebody with strategic experience. Okay, so why is it important to have that other skill that is not a specific technical skill? Because this is something that you're going to need. If you need somebody with little direction, it should be somebody who's an actual strategist. Generally speaking, the junior SEO who's got 1 to 2 years experience likely has 0 years of actually doing strategy and effectively building strategy. And when you ask, various strategic questions of them, that will help you gauge as to whether this is somebody who's worth a real good fit or not. Why is it difficult? Because we're not going through the sort of checklist here. If we ultimately want to get to someone that we want to seriously consider, we should really ask them to demonstrate how they would develop an actual strategy. So what you should be asking is, are they articulate? You get that from that initial conversation. Are they able to explain themselves when it comes to SEO? Not just regurgitate, what does it mean when I deploy a 301 redirect versus a 302? That's easy to memorize and easy to remember. They should know that, of course, but you want to get beyond that. Do they know what SEO strategy is? SEO strategy is not a list of tactics. That is not a strategy. That's a to-do list for an SEO. What you want to understand from them is, what does an SEO strategy look like? How do I develop an SEO strategy? If I have a client who has a small business that may be a chiropractic business in town, what kind of an SEO strategy would I build for them based on maybe a certain different type of factors? If they have zero visibility, maybe it's a brand new business, maybe they just built their website. You could give them all of that so that they can actually develop a mock strategy, present that to you and anybody else in the hiring team. This is what you should be doing with the interviews, not handing them an assessment or a technical assessment and seeing if they can pass that. If they are to be client facing, you want to know that before you hire them and then decide, this is an individual who we cannot possibly put in front of a client. He or she is brilliant when it comes to the technical aspects of SEO, but is completely useless when it comes to strategy and getting in front of a client and being able to be effective and articulating what it is that the SEO program does for that client. You want to be the CEO or the CMO when you are actually having them present. Force them to answer those questions that we all know that you get bombarded with when you're in a performance meeting with a C-level who is asking those business questions. You do not want them to be in front of one of your big clients and then have to wind up getting back to the client because they can't answer 3/4 of those questions. And you want to make sure that this is what you're vetting. So, why are soft skills so important? Whether you're not hiring an SEO for your organization or within your agency, this is something that will make them stand out. There's loads of technical SEOs or SEOs who can write and optimize the hell out of a title tag, but do they know how to communicate the effectiveness of their SEO program? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Do they know how to be the SEO evangelizer that either your organization needs or that your client needs? Give them a technical assessment. As I said, that is totally fine. And it's a good start, but it should not be the ultimate deciding factor as to whether you move that candidate from stage 1 to 2. They must be able to be effective at their communication. And more importantly, you want to make sure that you brief them and you explain to them what it is you need before you do hire them. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. I want to help fast forward your SEO success. Let me know what you think, and let me know what your response is in terms of focusing more on the soft skills versus the hard skills when it comes to hiring an SEO strategist. As always, peace out, and I'll see you later.